Let's try that again. Good afternoon and welcome to the Employ Baltimore Show. I was your muted host, Marvin McKinstry, workforce supervisor with the Mayor's Office of Employment Development, but now I'm unmuted and I'm excited about today's show because we have two amazing guests with us. One is a brother who I have walked in the trenches with that is doing great work in and about the community, a growing organization that is really impacting Baltimore in many, many different ways. That's one of our new segments, by the way. We call that segment the community engagement segment, where we're going to be talking to people who are doing great work in the community. And then we're going to be talking to one of the businesses that has impacted Baltimore in a variety of different ways. They do training. They do human services work of their own. They'll be here today talking about opportunities that they have available. So you do not want to miss today's show. I need you guys. I'm getting ready to do it myself. I need you guys to go on right now and I need you to share this broadcast. Make sure everybody that you know that's looking for employment would be on here, because today we have an employer who is in the middle of recruitment. We have a recruiter with us today. So I need us to get these numbers up, get as many people. Look, y'all, we know this is a new day, same time, but we build it. We got a new communications person that's leading the charge, that's going to be literally helping us get the word out about the show. And we have a new person that's coming on that's going to be in charge of our social media, and she has actual broadcast experience. So when you see upgrades and things happening and me being even better at what I think I do pretty good now, which is come on here and present our guests and the information, you're going to know that those upgrades are having a major, major, major impact. I had the pleasure today of attending several employment events. There was a virtual event with Salvo Foods today, and we had an in-person event at our Youth Opportunity Center, where they had 3 employers in the building working with our young people. There were several people hired on the spot in security positions. Listen, y'all know I always say it. Opportunity is waiting for you because the Mayor's Office of Employment Development is working for you. And I need you to make sure that you are connected to the Mayor's Office of Employment Development. If you're familiar with our centers, get back into the centers. We are back open and we are doing our thing, but we need you there so that you can be the person to get the greatest benefit out of what we're doing. If you following us virtually, we on social media, we on Instagram, we're on Facebook. We doing this virtual show. Connect, because on our Facebook page, there's always employment opportunities and different things that are happening being presented right there on the Facebook page. I need y'all to be connected because I don't want anybody to miss out on all of the great things. I say it all the time. We have more opportunities than we have people to put in them. Let me repeat that. We have more opportunities, more jobs, more open positions than we have people to put in. And I got to dispel a myth too, because one of the biggest myths out there is that we're only talking about low wage, entry level jobs. First of all, we have aggressively pushed employers in Baltimore to go well beyond the minimum wage, as on average, the positions that we have are going to start you around $15 or more an hour. So we're not just doing low end jobs. And I got to dispel another myth that our services are only for people who don't have skills, who don't have our services. I personally have successfully worked with people that have advanced degrees, master's degrees, doctorate degrees. Through our Baltimore Health Corps initiative, we're working with people who are highly educated, because it's not about whether you're highly educated or not. It's about having a partner to work with you that has amazing relationships with businesses to help you navigate the labor market. That's what the Mayor's Office of Employment Development is here to do. With our focus being on economic justice, we are making sure that we're not getting people lowballed, but people are going into what we seek, which is a family sustainable wage. Y'all accustomed to that term, living wage, a family sustainable wage, because behind every worker is somebody that needs to be able to hold it down for those that they love. So listen, connect with the Mayor's Office of Employment Development. And like I said, this is just one way to do it. But I need y'all to like, love, and share this broadcast. Get as many people in the room today. because we have some amazing, amazing conversations that are going to take place. With that being said, y'all know it's Purple on Purple week. That's right. The Ravens and the Vikings. They gonna get it in. The last time, the game that comes to mind when I think about the Minnesota Vikings is that game where we had the snow, and in the fourth quarter, we went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and a touchdown pass to one of our wide receivers. I can't even think of his name. Tall guy in the back of the end zone kind of sealed the deal for us. But that was one of the most entertaining games that we've seen. We know we had the week off. We getting some players back. People are getting healthy. I know. A lot of people were upset because we didn't make any moves at the end of the bye week. But listen, I trust the people who know more about football and the management than me. So let's just make sure that we show up on Sunday making big noise, whether you're going to be at M&T Bike Stadium or hosting a party at your house. I need y'all to make sure that y'all supporting my Ravens. And look, if you wanted them red types, I tell people it's two types of people in Baltimore: Ravens fans and the rest of y'all. If you're not a Ravens fan and you live here, now we give you a pass. Say if you happen to be from another state or another city, but if you from here, been here, and you support another team, that's how we do. Thumbs down. All right, let's get on with this show. I got my first guest I want to bring on. Again, he's someone that I call a friend and brother. He's been somewhat of a mentor to me, and he is one of those people that wear a bunch of different hats, and he wears them well. Not only is he the pastor of Grace City Church, he is also a businessman that has owned several businesses in and around Baltimore City, including some restaurants that were really popular. He's also one of the architects of what we know as the New Song School that has been a major blessing down to the Sandtown Winchester community. And on any given day, you might still see this brother right down in Sharp Leadenhall, which is his community and neighborhood. I'm talking about the one and the only, the president of the We Are Us men's movement, Pastor Corey Bonds. Pastor, thank you for joining us today, man.
Thank you, Brother Marvin. I appreciate being here, man. I'm honored. What a wonderful introduction. I didn't
Yeah, I
know who
tell
you were.
people I bring him on better than Steve Harvey, man. Steve ain't got nothing on me.
I didn't know who you were talking about at first. I said, oh man, I must be the wrong guest.
No, man, you definitely the right person at the right time. And you know, we who have been in around the We Are Us movement know that media has never been a priority or a focus for us. But as you continue to do great things, you need to let more people know about the things that are happening in the community. And I said it wrong, y'all. This segment is our community connector segment, where we're going to talk to people that are making great connections in the community. And Pastor, for this being our inaugural time doing this segment, our inaugural segment, I couldn't think of a better group or people to talk to about connecting the community than what We Are Us has been doing. And that's what I should have did. I should have put my We Are Us shirt on too. But talk to us about the movement, man.
Yeah, the movement have been around almost 3 years now.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Started in in uh, former Mayor Catherine Prue office, and she had the brilliant idea to concentrate and have an office geared towards African American males. After that, we needed to figure out how do we keep this going, and we decided that it needed to be its own nonprofit. And so we went on out there, became a nonprofit. But the thing, more importantly, and the thing I love about this organization, it's all different brothers from different walks of life, from PhDs to GEDs, from the prison to the palace. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There's no big I's, no little U's. We're all out here to do one thing, which is to support and engage our community and to help in our people. And I've never seen a group of guys so passionate and so serious about this call. And I'm so excited to be a part of it.
As Dr. Bunny always says, you got men in this movement that can be anywhere from Penn State to the state pen. And I'm glad to be one of those men that's been a part of this movement. And I was literally there the very first day we came out of St. Peter Claver Church, walked down to Pennsylvania Lawrence. It was ice cold. And one of
Yes,
the things
sir.
about this movement is the recognition that the people need service regardless of the condition. The weather hasn't stopped it. The pandemic didn't stop it.
No.
There's been some shifting and moving on the fly, but the services continue to come to the people. What drives this group of men and makes them so passionate about this work?
I think when in the center of our movement is this idea that men have been absent. And for a long time, the women and the mothers have been driving our young boys and trying to support them alone. And we stood up and said, enough is enough. We cannot allow our women to just do this alone. And we needed to have a presence in the community. The women have always been out there fighting for their children. And we know there's been a gap in that. And so we needed to show that there are men out here that are willing to engage, that are willing to be a part of standing in the gap for even fathers who are absent, that we would go out, we would mentor, we will meet the needs of the community. And then we also know in 2015 with the consent decree, one of the things you notice that the police engagement is different, in which, a lot of times the people in the community are not engaged anymore. And so we needed that engagement. We needed to show the love to the community, ask people what they needed, and be what your office is, fill in the gap for opportunity so that people, whatever they need, can cross that bridge so they can move in that opportunity. And we wanted to be just what your office is to the community.
But people, there's no experience like walking up Belvedere, from Ricestown to Park Heights, and having mothers and women come down and just embrace us. Grateful to see the presence in the community, but many times we've had to address the reality that this is not just a community walk or another faith walk, but there's some very tangible things that have happened during these walks to impact the lives of individuals, which is really the only way to impact the community. Pastor, talk to us about some of the amazing things that have been accomplished.
Well, I'll start right from your office and your lane. Over 600 people have gotten jobs since this movement to exist, and it's maybe up to 1,000. Do you know the numbers now, Pastor? Yeah.
It's well over 1,600, actually.
Oh, 1,600. Yeah, I'm low. I try to fly under the radar, but I didn't want to. But let me 1,600 jobs. We've had over, and as you alluded to, we had to shift during the pandemic, and so we started giving out food, and we've given out 2.5 million pounds of food. There have been over 200 people have gone to rehab, right on the spot. Um, the things that we don't talk about much is our Stop the Beef program, which is there are people's lives that have been saved from our Stop the Beef program, where we have actually had to send people out of town to save their lives. And then our life coaching program now that we are currently grabbing those young people and coaching them through, and we're going to walk with them all the way through adulthood. So there are some amazing things going on at WeRS.
So we talked about those great numbers and the statistics, and to me, all of that stuff matters. But the greatest impact that we've had is the ability to see the change that we're bringing into the lives of the people.
Yeah.
One of the things that I wanted to personally say is thank you to the We Are Us Men's Movement on behalf of the Mayor's Office of Employment Development. Because of my personal involvement, it gave me a vehicle to be able to take what we do to the community. And a lot of those numbers that you just mentioned are numbers that are shared by the Mayor's Office of Employment Development. Because, man, listen, my annual goal as a business services rep was 180 jobs. Last year alone, documented, I finished with near 500 jobs, and that was because of the presence that we
Yes,
have
sir.
been in the community, even through a pandemic.
Yes, sir.
And that just was a major, major, major impacting point for me, for being a part of this movement. Talk to us about the direction that the movement is headed now.
Yeah. And I think you're nailing and talking about something that I think um, it's a mindset shift from the way we've done things for many years. many years, if people have need, you have to go to the office, the social service office, or whatever the need is, and you have to go and find a way to get there. But I remember you saying this, and it's been the mindset of We Are Us, is that you have to meet people where they are. If they need a job, you set the job site up right there on the corner where they are. If they need food, you go to where they are. And that to me has been the major shift. And that is the major shift in our community. We have to meet people where they are. And listen, you're doing it even now. Like the fact that this program is on Facebook, Instagram, that's where people are. That's where our young people are. So you have created, even this moment right now is created to go get people where they are. That's the shift, Brother Marvin. We gotta be where they are. Yeah.
I've told people over and over again, the two things that I love intersected when I became a part of the We Are Us Men's movement, the ability to be out in these streets and helping people get better opportunities. So I'm grateful to have been a part of the We Are Us Men's movement. Pastor Corey, Mr. President, I'm so thankful for you joining us today. Man, we're going to continue to have these conversations, but we couldn't start talking about community connectors without talking about the We Are Us Men's movement that have been doing this work. Been doing this work for 3 years now, unsung, and not really looking for any fanfare, but effective and nonetheless growing to continue to do great things. Tell the people how they can connect with the movement.
Yes, you can connect with us. We're weourusmovement.org. We're on Facebook, Instagram. Just come and join us. We're out on Mondays up in Park Heights. We're out on Saturdays, connecting in the community in different areas to support other organizations. So you can join us at any time. Feel free. Go to our Facebook page. It'll let you know where we are. Please, we need you. We understand that a youthless movement, we cannot do it without our youth. So bring our youth out and have them be a part of this work as well.
Thank you for joining us, Pastor Corey. Now, I need to say this because he didn't say it. Monday nights are men only.
Yes,
because
sir.
we out there at nighttime and we want to make sure that our queens and our princesses are not in the line of fire. Listen,
Yes.
y'all, this is real boots on the groundwork. We are seeing the makeshift memorials full of liquor bottles and
Yes,
talking
sir.
to the guys who are heartbroken and hurt, trying to shift their mind from retaliation to being the first generation of peace for many of them. So we don't allow the ladies to come out with us on Mondays, but on Saturdays, anybody that wants to come to be a part, those flyers are normally posted on all of our Facebook pages. I talk about them on my Chop Shop podcast. We want, and listen, y'all, Martin Luther King birthday 2 years ago, we put 1,000+ men on Martin Luther King Boulevard. It touches me and I still get choked up to say it now. Like it was one of the most beautiful things that I've ever been a part of. We need our men to continue to be present. We need our men to continue to grow this movement and to continue to do this work. Thank you for joining us, Pastor Corey. I look forward to working with you all the
Yes, sir.
more.
Yes, sir.
And we definitely going to have you back to talk to us again.
Thank you, Brother Marvin. Appreciate you,
Thank
brother.
you, man. All right, y'all. That's the We Are Us Men's movement, man. Listen, we need people out there in the community. One of the things that we've done at the Mayor's Office of Employment Development is we have connected as we've come back from COVID with our reintegration strategy, where we are deliberately in places where people already are. We're not just expecting you to come into our office, but we are showing up and we're partnering with churches. We're partnering with other nonprofit organizations. We're partnering with just community associations or people who just want to see a good work done. We've been at candlelight vigils, wherever people are that need opportunity. The Mayor's Office of Employment want to be there. Now, I enjoyed talking to Pastor Corey. That's my friend and my brother. I talk to him a lot. But this young lady I've never talked to before, and this is the main course today. I'm excited. If you haven't already, share this broadcast. And listen, this is what I need y'all to do. Even go in the comments and tag people that you think should be on here to hear about this wonderful information and amazing opportunities. Like literally tag their name so that they can come on, because we are about to talk to one of the recruiters from HUMANIM. As I said earlier, HUMANIM is an organization that's done everything from its own human services work down to providing job opportunities, training opportunities. So it's no telling what we about to hear about. All I do know is that we have some job opportunities that she's going to talk to us about today. I'm excited to bring to the show the recruiter of all recruiters. I gotta, I gave it to Pastor Coy pretty heavy. I gotta throw some sauce on it for her too. The recruiter of all recruiters, ready to hire some people right here on Facebook. The one and only Miss Sharice Lewis. Thank you for joining us today, Miss Lewis.
Thank you. I'm very excited to be here. I got a lot of opportunities to share.
Oh, y'all heard that word. She used that big word. Now, I know it only got 3 letters, but it's a big word. She said lot, a whole lot of opportunities, and we are not going to delay. Tell us a little bit about HUMANIM just to kind of kick us off.
All right, so HUMANIM is a human services organization. We provide services to adults and youth that have different behavioral health diagnoses as well as developmental disabilities. So we have so many different programs. We have behavioral health, developmental disability services, deaf services. We have a workforce development, as you were talking about before, with our career training and employment services and family support services. We also have our social enterprise, where we have iScan, City Seeds, and our School of Food, where we provide job placements with our contracted clients, as well as training to the community as well. And we have our youth services that provide job readiness training and mental health services. And right now we're trying to reopen our in-person day program. So we have a lot of opportunities to talk about with those.
She is prepared today, y'all. And listen, I thought Barack Obama was the GOAT when it came to reading the teleprompter. But if you don't know what you're looking for, you would think she just spun off there. Listen, I love her prepared. Listen, I'm silly and I don't stop being silly to do this show. So just laugh with me, Miss Lewis. But she was reading that joint. I'm like, oh, she get Barack a run for his money on the teleprompter. All right, but let's jump right forward. You said you have a lot of opportunities. Let's start talking about it, because the one thing I think people need to understand, based on what you said, not only would they be getting a job, but they'd be doing extremely meaningful work.
Yes. So we have two of our main programs that we are aggressively hiring for because we're reopening our day programs. So for our developmentally disabled services, we need at least 40 staff. For our direct support professional role, we have a $500 hiring bonus, where $250 would be in your first paycheck, and after 90 days, you will get the second $250. The base pay for that is $15 per hour, and we do offer pay increases available for those who can provide proof of certifications like CNAs and CMTs. So we're definitely welcome those people, as well as people who American Sign Language for our deaf services program. We have opportunities for growth available through paid training programs. All of our day programs are full-time, but we do have part-time services in our residential personal supports programs as well. We have locations in Baltimore City for our day program, as well as Columbia for some of our other residential and personal supports program, as well as our day program. The qualifications for that is entry level. So you don't necessarily need a background in human services, just the passion to help people, the willingness to participate and learn. We have on-the-job trainings and paid virtual trainings. You just have to have a high school diploma and a GED. You must have a valid driver's license and reliable transportation, and willing to assist with like cooking, cleaning, and basic household needs if necessary for some of our clients. Then we have for our behavioral health services, that's also entry level, but you have to have a little background in mental health just to make sure, because our program is specified for mental health services. We still have that $500 bonus, hiring bonus for those rehab counselors as well. The same applies for them. We have our residential program as well as our day program. We definitely have shifts from 2 to 10, 3 to 11 that we're still trying to fill. that are full-time. So that means you get all the paid benefits, medical, dental, vision, the ability to sign up for 403B, which is similar to our 401k program. And the same thing applies, high school diploma or GED, must have a valid driver's license and the ability to transport clients if needed. So that is some of our entry level programs, positions that we have available. But we have, if you're looking for career development and higher level positions, we have those as well.
Hold on, because I don't want you to start talking about that, because I need people to understand what you just said, right? Now, if you didn't hear all the details, I'm certain you come to the Mayor's Office of Employment Development, we can give you the details. But there was a few things that stuck out. She said entry level. She said $15 an hour. She said full time. She said benefits and $500 sign on bonus. Let me recap that. She said entry level, which means you don't need a college degree or specific certification, but if you have it, they will honor it and give you more money. That's what she said. She said $15 an hour, so we're not talking about 12, 13, 11.75, which is the minimum wage around here, right? Then she went on to say it's full time, where we're not going to do like some companies give you a higher wage, but you can't get no hours to be able to see the money. Then she said it has benefits. Then she said they got a $500 sign-on bonus. Listen, y'all, I don't know what else we could be looking for. I was in a Facebook thread this morning because somebody was trying to suggest that COVID is still a good reason to not be working. And somebody actually put the question in our chat today. Do you have to be vaccinated for these opportunities?
In our place, no. That's not a mandate in our company at the moment, just because we don't fit the number of people, that employees, in order for us to have that mandate.
So, again, y'all heard it. There's no vaccine mandate, even though they're doing work in human services that has a little bit of what might look like a medical twist to it. Listen, y'all, these are opportunities that we need people to be all over. And from what you said, you used the word lot. Approximately how many, just a ballpark of how many positions are we looking to fill in total?
Well, for our developmental disability services, we're looking for at least 20 people per location because we're reopening this in-person program. So the one location is in Baltimore, near North Gage Street, and the other location is in Columbia, Maryland.
Wow, y'all. Y'all hear that? 20 positions right here local, which means 9 times out of 10, while you need to have a license, you don't particularly have to have a car, right? Because you can get there by public transportation. Y'all, I need y'all to hear, because this is what I want our audience to be able to do, to hear all of the buzzwords and the keywords, because it's not normally, most companies are going to train you or teach you to do what they need you to do. Even if you have some experience, they're going to train you and teach you to do it their way, right? And this will be no different. The things that I want our audience to listen for is those things that normally pose the obstacles to people holding on to jobs. I rarely, if ever, see a person not keep a job because they can't do the job. Matter of fact, they polled 700 employers across the nation. This is real. I ain't making it up. 700 employers across the nation as to what it was they needed most out of employees. And I want you to talk about this a little bit, Sharice. And the thing that came back, there was 2 things that came back from all 700. Now, it was a whole bunch of other stuff that was mixed up, but the 2 things that all 700 people said is we need people to be there every day and be on time.
Yes, definitely.
Every day and on time. Talk to us about that. How important it is in this business that people show up and be on time.
It's even more important because we're serving developmentally disabled consumers who need services sometimes around the clock. So it's necessary for people to be on time and available every day. And, communicate with your supervisors, communicate with your team to make sure if there's any emergencies, there's somebody who's always covered to make sure that these clients are always served.
What would you say as a recruiter, a person? Because I know you've probably, like any of us that are in this business, we've had some successes and we've had some not so successful candidates come through that we may have hired and it didn't work out. With that being the reality, from your perspective, what makes a great candidate for these opportunities?
For these opportunities, the willingness to learn, because we do have on the job training, somebody that's very empathetic, has a passion for helping others in human services, and kind of can show that. Somebody's creative with helping with programming, because you will have input in the lives of these people and the lives of the people that you work with. So that is definitely important.
Yeah, guys. So if you're a person that's caring, compassionate, you got some structure and order, and you're looking for an opportunity, Humanum is trying to tell you that they have everything in place to help you not just get a job, but to start a career. I really want people to stop living in the moment and chasing after the dollar and realize that the only way you ever gonna really get to that place is to get somewhere or with an organization that's gonna be able to allow you to stabilize yourself in your quest for employment. Now, you did say that you guys had some professional positions, and because our audience is very diverse, talk to us about some of those opportunities as well.
Great. So also for our developmental disability services, we have our individual advocates. So they work with the clients and consumers to provide like person-centered supports and access community resources and help improve their lives. We also have a program manager position for our day program for the exact clientele that we work with. So if you're looking for something that's more in management, we have a program manager role as well as an admissions manager role. The admission manager works with and manages the individual advocates that work with our clients. We also, in our behavioral health department, we have our authorization specialists for those that are more in administrative positions or roles or backgrounds. This role requires someone to have intermediate to expert level in Microsoft Excel. A background in health authorization is a plus, and you just need a high school diploma or GED and the ability to complete administrative tasks. We also, in the behavioral health department, we also have job coaches. So if that's something you're looking for, is kind of working with our clients that have mental health diagnoses, kind of help them with job specific skills and trainings and kind of help them with job placement and prep for job placement. We also have our workforce development. We have a career readiness facilitator who would work out of Aberdeen, Maryland office. That person will develop and provide career readiness programs for unemployed or underemployed participants in Harford County. We also have for Baltimore City and County area as well. So this role does require you to have at least a bachelor's degree, some training experience, and the ability to complete effective case management. We also have our new program, which is the autism services. So those who are certified licensed behavior analysts, we have two positions, one that's working directly with children up to the age of 6 that have a diagnosis of in the autism spectrum. And we also have the licensed behavioral analyst for those individuals with developmental disabilities. For our City Seeds program, we have food worker facilitators as well. So if you're looking for something in that realm that's also in Aberdeen, that's another one of our roles that we currently have. So that's some of our career building roles.
Guys, you're gonna need to start bringing a pen and paper when you come to the Employ Baltimore show, because she has given us a lot of great information, a lot of amazing opportunities that are available for you with Humanum. Our guest, Miss Sharice Lewis, is joining us today, and she is dropping it like it's hot. Y'all know I ain't talking about like y'all know. I'm talking about she's putting down this information on all these great jobs. And don't forget, let me go back and tell you about that hot 5 she told us about. She said they got entry level positions. They're starting at $15 an hour with benefits, a $500 sign-on bonus, and you get full-time hours, y'all. We're going to call that the Hot Five. If you on this broadcast, put Hot Five in the comments because I need everybody to know that they're presenting real opportunity to the community. Ms. Lewis, I also want to get you to touch on the onboarding process, right? Or what we've experienced and have tried to work with businesses with is the reality that people are applying and they're not getting through the application process because some businesses have been found a way to streamline the hiring process. So while you're trying to get employees in, somebody else snatches them up because people who really want to get to work, not be in a process that's going to take 60 to 90 days just to get on the job. What does that look like from the time a person applies up until they're hired and onboarding with Humanim?
So I can speak for myself, definitely. So what I do, I screen daily. So once you apply, I will screen you daily, connect with hiring managers to get you scheduled for interviews. Especially for our entry level, I screen everyone as long as you fit their requirements that I mentioned before. Must have a driver's license. In some cases, have a vehicle. Willing to work in that environment and do the specific skills and agree to the salary requirements, then I try to get you scheduled within that week. Then you meet with our hiring managers. They usually decide if they're going to bring you on, and within a week, we can bring you to do onboarding and start the job the following week. So we're trying to have as fast turnover as possible. We're trying to get these 20 people per location by November the 29th.
Listen, y'all, there's a difference between position available and now hiring. All right. And I want all of our guests on the show today to really understand that there's a difference between positions available, open positions, to now hiring. Humanim has a priority to fill those positions. That's why they're there today. And she said within the month they want 20 positions filled, and they're trying to get you in within a week. Is there any required training or anything like that when a person is new to the agency? Agency wide training, job specific, that sort of thing.
Each would be job specific, and that's on the job training with your manager. Usually, you would start off doing the onboarding process, making sure your paperwork, and come in to make sure everything is that once you're hired. Then you will start the on the job training, and then every month we have the orientation to go over other policies of the company.
We got some people that's really in the chat right now. One young lady says she's thanking God because this is the opportunity that she wants to apply for, and she has experience in this field. Miss Brown Sugar, the Queen Smith, said she's interested in the career development position. I can't even pronounce. Darkside Baraka says I am very interested in those positions. Listen, y'all. There's an email address that's on the screen, Miss C. Lester at oedworks.com. I need you guys to start getting your resume to her right now. Like literally go ahead and send your resume. We're going to follow up. What kind of availability do you guys have to come to some of our centers? I like putting people on the spot when I got them on the show, because once you say it, then you got to do it because everybody heard you. What kind of availability do you guys have to maybe come to some of our locations and meet some of our folks where they are, which is a big priority for us to meet the people where they are?
Well, because I'm the recruiter, you will see me. So whenever you guys have the opportunity, I'll try to fit it in.
All right, every BS artist on this live, Mr. Falls, everybody, I'm going to have my team hit you up because we definitely want to get you out to those locations. Is it anything else you want to share with us about Humanim or the opportunities that are available?
Well, I will share a success story. So
awesome.
One of our greatest success stories is actually Cindy Truitt, which is our president and CEO. She's been working for us for over 15 years, and she started off as a job coach, and now she's the president and CEO of Humanim.
Wow, man. Listen, y'all, she just snuck in there and told y'all that it's opportunity for advancement with the organization. And listen, I have people in this organization who I respect greatly. 2 of them are about to retire from high level management positions, and both of them started off doing some work. That was always something that encouraged me. I'm a product of advancement. When I came into the Mayor's Office of Employment Development, my position was entry level, and now I'm a workforce supervisor that supervises staff, and I'm in management myself. So that can never be understated that this organization not only has that hot five, but they have opportunities for advancement for you to grow. You're going to be doing meaningful and purposeful work, working with people who have a need for real assistance, right? I don't like to call it handicapped. I don't like to call it, none of that. But there are people who are going to appreciate the reality that they have people working to assist them, and you get all of that. Plus, Miss Lewis has committed to come out to our centers and our locations and do some recruiting there. So I need everybody to get into the chat and put some hearts and some thumbs up. And I know some of y'all right now asking questions about how you apply, but won't y'all give it up for Miss Lewis, y'all? I need y'all to jump on here. Miss Lewis, I want to say thank you for joining us today. You brought amazing information. I'm excited about our partnership moving forward. We've done all kind of business together. We've done I know for me personally, when I was at the Yo Center, a lot of the business we did together was on the training side. When the Second Chance program or the nursing assistant programs and things of that nature. Do you guys have any, and I know that's not in your wheelhouse, you guys have any open training opportunities that our audience could hear about while you're here?
Yes, we do have our administrative assistant training that is going to start, I believe, November the 15th. You can still sign up, I believe. That's for Harford County residents. So if you're in the Harford County location, we have that. And I believe we're going to have another one in January for our Baltimore residents as well.
All right, y'all. Admin assistant training going on right now. I said Second Chance. I meant to say the deconstruction program. But again, I just want to thank you for joining us today, Miss Lewis. You have been amazing. So many times I sit down and talk to people and they, don't really have their stuff together. But you came prepared and you brought us all this amazing information. And I'm totally excited. Do you want to? I don't know, Katanya, you're going to have to help me because, I like to be a little selfish. I want people to come to us to get to Miss Lewis. I don't want them to be able to contact Miss Lewis directly. Y'all call me what y'all want. Say what y'all want. But if you want these opportunities, you got to connect with the Mayor's Office of Employment Development. We got Miss C. Lester at oedworks.com. Add email address up there. Start sending your resume if you heard about an opportunity today that you want to connect with. And I'm keeping Miss Lewis all to myself, which means you got to come through us if you want to get a look forward to seeing some promotional flyers, activities, and events, because we're going to try in the month of November to help them to fill all, I think it sounds like 40 positions to me, because it's 20 at 2 locations and then some other stuff. So please, guys, we need y'all to stay connected to the Mayor's Office of Employment Development for these great opportunities. Miss Lewis, I want to give you a final word before we thank you one last time and bid you farewell.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I hope I see a lot of people. We definitely need people. Even though I know one person said they can't start until December, that is fine. We're continuously hiring. So there's so many different roles and we're reopening a lot of different programs. So that's why we need as many empathetic people as possible.
All right, y'all. Y'all heard it here first. We have great opportunities. HUMANIM, thank you so much for bringing the opportunities and the great work that as an organization you continue to do with the residents of the city of Baltimore. I tell people I'm Baltimore, but I wasn't born here because, of a fluke kind of situation. My father was in the military, but my family is home based here, born and bred, love my city. Always excited when we get to bring opportunity to our city. And HUMANIM has been, oh man, it's been such a blessing down through the years in a variety of different ways that it's offered services. And in this particular way is one of the most important because there are career-oriented job opportunities, whether it's starting with our entry-level positions. I want to see who can say it with me. Put one of them hot fives in the comment section while you're on here with us. Whether it's the fact that it's entry-level positions, $15 an hour, full-time hours, benefits, and a $500 sign-on bonus, or if it's looking at some of the professional opportunities where they're willing to give people a chance to grow and be committed. Remember, she said the CEO and president of this company started as somebody who was doing some of the work that we're recruiting for today. Meaning you can literally put yourself, and she's been in the company for 15 years. You can literally get this opportunity. And the one thing you don't have to be concerned about is if you're going to have to do this over and over and over again. I tell people all the time, I was having a conversation with some of my young folks yesterday and was telling them chasing every $2 more that another job is offering is not the way to be successful. You're going to have to get somewhere, stay there, let them recognize your growth, present you with more opportunities. Because when I look at a resume, I'm not impressed when I see 15 different jobs on the resume. I want to see the people who get there and stay there. Miss Lewis, it's been such an amazing, amazing pleasure to talk to you today. I'm looking forward to being able to work with you, to talk to you even more on this platform as Humanum continues to have opportunities available. And we want to listen, we want to make sure the Mayor's Office of Employment Development can say that we did all that we could to make sure Baltimore City residents, and even those, because we work with folks that are in Harford County and other places as well, that need these opportunities, get them. Thank you for joining us today. I look forward to seeing you soon.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. All right, y'all. With that being said, I need everybody to make sure that if it's working on your resume or whatever, that you connect with the Mayor's Office of Employment Development. You got a resume, an email address right on your screen now where you can start emailing your resume if you're interested in the positions that we talked about. I need everybody to make sure that you are sharing this broadcast even when we go off the air, because we need people to know that one of the greatest partners to this city over the years, Humanum, has career-oriented opportunities for people who are looking for work. I'm going to say that again, that Humanum has career-oriented opportunities, whether you're at the entry level or whether you're at a level where you have some experience and you have high education. And listen, and none of it is less than $15 an hour. So we need to make sure that we get our people connected. I want to thank our guest today again, Mr. Corey Barnes from the We Are Us Men's Movement, who these brothers who have been with me, I've been with them, doing great work over the past 3 years and continuing to see that work move forward, making a major difference in Baltimore where it counts, boots on the ground, 10 toes down out there in these streets at night in neighborhoods that are being greatest affected by crime. Thank you, Mr. President Corey Barnes, for being with us. And shout out to all of my brothers, all of the men of the We Are Us Men's Movement. Thank you again to Ms. Sharice Lewis for being on here. You represented Humanum with excellence. It was a pleasure, my pleasure talking to you today. I'm excited for the work that we're going to do moving forward and all of the great people that we're going to be able to connect to those great opportunities at Humanum. I would be remiss if I didn't thank my partner, who you guys see very little of, if you ever see her on the air, but she is behind the scenes making sure that everything goes the way it's supposed to go, that the flow is there. She's booking guests. She's doing so many different things to make sure that the Employ Baltimore show comes to the people of Baltimore. It's our priority to make sure that on Thursdays at 1 p.m., we are coming to you, bringing you relevant programming. I said it at the beginning, and I always say it at the end. If you are looking for opportunity, the Mayor's Office of Employment Development is looking for you. We have done the necessary work to build partnerships to ensure that when you come to us, you're not getting what you get when you walking off the street. First off, we're going to make sure you're prepared. We're going to make sure that the relationship and the pipeline going into that employer is one that is prepared and ready for you. So when you go, you know you're talking to the right person, that decision maker. You know that you're talking to an organization that trusts us, that when we send you, you're the right person for the job. Make sure you connect with the Mayor's Office of Employment Development so that we can connect you with our focus on economic justice, insisting that companies do right by the residents of the city of Baltimore. We are standing firm on our commitment to build a workforce development system that works. Thank you for joining us today. I hope to see so many of y'all at our upcoming events. Next week, you're going to want to tune in. We're going to be talking to more of the Mayor's Office of Employment Development staff about some of the great opportunities that we have coming up in November, and you're not going to want to miss it. See you then.